Today, I'd like to share with you one of the key things that is happening right now in the world of selling. That is on selling on outcomes. Now, we have heard about a lot of different types of sales methodologies, from consultative selling skills to challenger sales and other kinds of selling methodologies. Now, all these methodologies have been developed since the 70s of the last century. These are all good. Now the question is, how do we up the game? Recent research showed that by the time a salesperson meets up with the person doing the buying, whether it's the purchasing or the customer, it's pretty late into the entire sales process. Some parts of research is saying that, if that is the case, if customers have done a lot of research, then they would have done the research online. So we need to have a lot of online social selling kind of strategy so that we capture the customers while they are searching for information online. That's one way of thinking. However, when I work with companies such as Cisco, HP, and other technologically driven company or technology-driven company, what I've found is that they don't really invest a lot in social selling. Yes, there is a part of the sales that or the marketing efforts that go on social media to promote what they can do for the customers and provide more information that is what the customers need or want. That for sure is what they are doing. However, they focus a lot more in thinking about if the customer has done a lot of research prior to seeing the salesperson, then where do they get all this information from? And one area of getting those information actually comes from their senior managers, the business leaders. You see, most of the time, salespeople tend to deal with, if you're a technical sales, you deal with the customer's technical person or middle technical managers. Sometimes they deal with the customer purchasing managers. Although there has been a lot of emphasis through the years that you need to reach out to the senior management because they are the ones that make the final decision, salespeople reaching out to senior managers are not as common, so to speak. Not only are we now trying to reach out to senior managers to try to influence them on the decision, chances are, because of the recent developments, that when we see our customers, they are halfway or more throughout their entire buying process. It could be as well that the senior managers might have a hand in telling their reports, direct reports, or people several levels below them, what to do, what thing, where to look for. And as a result, if you're able not just to enter the sales process earlier, but if you're able to influence these senior level top decision makers, top managers earlier in the sale, you might actually have a much higher chance of success than other people. So the question comes into play where, if you were to try to pitch to a CEO of a large company, if you were to try to pitch to the CFO, the CHRO, C whatever of a very large company, why would they want to talk to you as a salesperson? If you are going in the role of salesperson, why would they want to talk to you? Remember, the very last thing that customers ever want is to listen to unending sales pitches. That's the last thing they want. So if you want to pitch to the senior levels, you got to think about what are some of their key priorities that are happening at the top of their minds. If you're able to address those key priorities, you may be able to get an audience with them, and they may be interested in finding out more from you. Now, what could be those top level priorities? It could be ways to help the company make more money, generate more revenue, go into new markets, new businesses. It could be ways to reduce costs, streamline costs without sacrificing on quality, finding out ways to reduce wastages. It could be things on how they can capture better customer engagement for their businesses. It could be ways on how they can mitigate risks and potential downsides and beef up their security overall. So these are the top of the mind issues that many senior managers are thinking about. To go into a certain kind of cliche, these are things that keep them out all night, and the solutions to these things could be the reason they get out of bed early in the morning to try to solve it and make their companies, their businesses better. Right? So some of the things that we go in as salespeople, we need to be mindful about eventually what will be some key outcomes that the customers, especially the senior managers, would like to achieve. And how you as a salesperson, you may not go in to just pitch to them, but you go in to strike up a conversation around those key outcomes that the customers want to achieve. You want to talk about those key outcomes and resonate with them, and then, and only then, find out if that's a way that whatever solutions you're providing, whatever products and services you're providing, if that's a way that you can find out what you have to offer relates to those key aspects of those key outcomes.